Good morning. Today we're going to be making homemade biscuits. For the ingredients, you're going to need 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 2/3 cup of butter, and 1 cup of milk. Now you can easily make this vegan by using vegan butter or non-dairy milk. Let's get started.
Alright, to get started making our biscuits, going to mix all your dry ingredients together. So we got our flour in our bowl. Then we're going to add our baking powder. Then we're going to add our sugar. And we're just going to whisk this up a little bit, make sure it's all mixed together. Okay, once we have that mixed together, then we're going to add our 2/3 of a cup of butter. Now we're going to mix this together until we basically get crumbles. So you're going to have to get your hands in there and break it up. It's the only way to do it. Okay, we've mixed our butter and flour. You can see it's kind of the flour is kind of wet but packs. Just go through, keep digging through, and make sure you don't find any more chunks of butter that haven't been incorporated into the flour. Just keep turning it around and making sure that you get it all mixed together well. And it should look something like this. Alright, we have our flour and our butter mixed together. So now we're going to add the 1 cup of milk. And add our milk and just mix it up a little bit. Until basically you have no visible liquid left in there. Now we've mixed our liquid in, take and flour your counter, and then we're going to turn our dough out onto the counter. Make sure we get it all out of the bowl. And then we're going to knead this a little bit until it all kind of binds together, till we get a nice cohesive dough ball. Okay, once we have our dough into a nice cohesive dough ball, you're going to take a rolling pin, put a little flour on your rolling pin, make sure your counter's still floured up, and just roll the dough out. I'm going to try to get it down to about a 1/2 inch thickness. Also, be about this time you might want to get your oven turned on to 450 degrees. Okay, so we have our dough rolled out. If you have a biscuit cutter, you can use that, but we don't have one, so we're just going to use a glass. I'm going to put some flour on the edge of the glass to keep the biscuits from sticking, and just going to punch them out. Alright, then we're going to set these on our pan. Then we're going to take the leftover dough and knead it back together a little bit, and then just roll it back out again. And you can continue this process of rolling and cutting and re-rolling until you get all your dough used up. Now that we have all our dough rolled out and cut and on the pan, it should look something like this. We're going to put these into the oven at 450 degrees. We're going to bake for 8 to 10 minutes or until they are a little golden brown on top. And when they come out, enjoy! Okay, we made some biscuits, and what goes better with biscuits than some good old-fashioned sausage gravy. We're going to use some gimme lean, ground sausage style. We're going to use 1/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 3 cups of milk, some black pepper, and probably some oil to help us saute the sausage. So let's get started. First thing to do to make our gravy is to unwrap your sausage out of its little plastic wrapping and just do your best to break it up into little tiny pieces so that you can get it all sauteed together.
Once you have your sausage all broken up, it should look something like this. To get started, heat your skillet to medium-high heat and add either a tablespoon of butter or some oil. And you basically want to fry the sausage when it's nice and brown on all sides. After a few minutes, it should look something like this. Nice and brown on all sides. Reduce your heat to about medium heat. Add in your flour. Keep stirring until it's nice and mixed in together. Then you want to slowly add your milk. While mixing it together. Alright, once you've added all the milk in there, you want to keep stirring. And now would be a good time to add some black pepper or some other seasonings that you'd like to put in there. And make sure to keep stirring. And you want to keep cooking this at medium heat until the gravy becomes nice and thick. After a little while, it should start to look something like this. And a good way to test to see how thick it is if you drag your spoon just like this. And if it holds up and you can see the bottom of the pan is nice and thick. And that's pretty much it. And serve this with the biscuits. Breakfast of Champions.
Thanks for watching.
We hope you enjoyed our video.
If you did, please subscribe.
And feel free to leave a comment below. Bye!
Bye!